Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for my review for the first episode of the second half of The Plague. It just got released, literally just like, a good, 20 minutes ago. Just finished watching the episode, and of course, I'm here for my review of the episode, my most anticipated show for tonight for sure, and one of the best, shows on TV, in my opinion, right now. The Plague Season 3, Episode 9, called It Ain't the Same. Oh my god, this was so cool. Now, I don't know if it's because it's new. I don't know if that's what it is. But the feel of the show for me, I don't know. It feels like it changed from like the first half to the second half. It feels very different. Is really the one thing I'll say about it. It feels very different, and another thing I'll also say about it is that the show feels very, I don't know, something about this one really was exciting. It is really the one thing I can say is that it was super exciting all the way through. This was one of my favorite episodes of The Plague actually ever, and it's not because of the fact that it's new. It's because of the fact that the way it was done, it's incredible. This episode, just especially the switching back between the two groups we have right now, I love that. I think that's awesome. And the music at the end, oh my god, Wild Civilian, great choice of song too, But anyway, spoiler warning, if you have not seen this episode of The Plague, you are going to want to go and watch this episode before you watch my review. So, let's start up. So, we start off the episode with the sequence with, Josh and Derek getting picked up by John's group. We did see this in a sneak peek or opening few minutes or whatever. Then we get to Anthony. He meets the few guys. They call him, you're the Anthony, and they decide to go to the train tracks. So they go to the train tracks, and you get to see pretty much they're kind of walking around. He asks them their name, and one of the guys is called Brock, and the other one's called Derek, which is very interesting for sure, with an I, So, and that kind of that. Anthony's kind of like, oh, okay, and pretty much, you get to see in this episode, Anthony is, he is, at a point right now where he doesn't really have a group. He is just pretty much surviving, and he's ran into these two guys or whatever. So, I found it very, very cool, just the way this, went down, where pretty much, they find a helicopter, or not helicopter, they find a plane, and pretty much, you get to see the plane, immediately crashes, and pretty much, they all survive it except for, Brock. So, he does get killed off. He is dead by the end of this episode, which is very, very sad for sure. We just met him, but I don't know, it was kind of sad just the way Derek reacted to it. And then now him and Anthony are alone, and pretty much you're going to have, in next week's episode, which I'm super excited to see, of course, by the end of it, you get to see Anthony and Derek find a herd of the Plague people. Well, a bunch of them, So they're going to probably try to clear that out in the next episode. That's probably going to be a very exciting episode. I'm so excited after this episode. It's just, the feel of it is just incredible. The character of Anthony just, oh my god, how can you not love this character, You see him in this episode, and it's just like, oh, it's so awesome, and pretty much you get the idea that at the end of the episode, they find the Plague people, and it's gonna be a thing in the next episode. So that is remaining to be seen. Cannot wait to see what's going to happen next week with the Plague people and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be really exciting for sure. So we get to see John's group. This is another part of the episode. We get to see John and the others, and Scott is not happy with Anthony not being part of the group. And I have to say, John is my second favorite character. He still is. But the one thing I do have to say, and I'm shocked I'm saying it, I agree with Scott. I do. I agree with Scott in this situation. I think Scott, honestly, he said something that really describes, how I feel for Anthony leaving in season 4. It's like, the group. It's so different without Anthony. It really is. And it's gonna be tough. It is. It's gonna be tough to see the play go out without him. It's definitely gonna be, for me, it's gonna make the show even more interesting, though, to be honest, because then we're gonna get to see how on earth the group copes with that. Is gonna be so interesting. But until that happens next season, this is, I gotta agree with Scott. Honestly, Anthony not being there, part of the group, when he's not dead, so they can just go get him. So that's what they want to do, and John decides at the end, fine, I'm going to come with you. So they get there at the end, and Anthony's not at the community. Obviously, we know that. So it's a huge scene at the end. It's, something that, I was kind of expecting. Obviously, we know that he left at the end of the mid-season finale, so that's to be expected, but man, this was honestly such a good episode. I'm gonna rewatch this probably twice or 3 times. It's really exciting, I cannot wait to see the next episode. This second half is off to such a good start. It's got so much going on, 2 groups at the same time, and a really exciting story to build on, that's for sure. So I'm excited to see when we get to see Victor again. I'm expecting that will probably be in a few episodes. We'll probably get to see him in episode 11, just to make a bet, but we could see him in episode 10 as well. I love the switching around. I think it's good. I hate when you don't get to see both groups, and it's just the perfect mix with the equal amount of both groups. And I think this episode, it was done so well. It's insane how well it was done. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. Of course, Fear the Walking Dead is tonight, but I mean, who cares? The Plague is more exciting for me, at least, than Fear the Walking Dead. So, yeah, this was so exciting, and I'm going to definitely rewatch this episode again. And tomorrow, stay tuned. My prediction for episode 10 will be uploaded. So, yes, I'm going to be doing a predictions video for that. So, guys, if you have not seen the episode yet, I hope, you've seen it by now by the time you're watching this review. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and, write your comments, what you think about it. Is this one of your favorite episodes of The Plague? Me, the feel of it just really, it gripped me right away. It really did, and that's one thing to take notice for sure. So, I'm going to say this is honestly a great episode in my opinion. I think this is honestly, episodes like this is why The Plague is my favorite, one of my favorite shows. Because it just, oh man, how do I explain this? It's just, the way it's done, I don't know, this episode, it's like, it's so easy, to just, I don't know, the characters and just everything. It's so entertaining to watch. It's so awesome. So, yeah, I want to hear from you now. I'm going to talk with you guys before Fear the Walking Dead comes on. I guess I probably will do my review for that tomorrow, or maybe Tuesday, depending. I think I might even do my prediction for The Plague before my Fear review, to be 100% honest with you. So, anyway, guys, this was an awesome episode. Write your comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.